welcome back to the Not Carrie Bradshaw YouTube channel. In this video, I'm recapping episode 4 of Bigger on BET. This episode, child, I just want to be in the writer's room, to be a fly on the wall, and then possibly a writer. If y'all watching, let me know. Anywho, so I just want to say Tracy is so gorgeous. I can't deal. And her house looks really cute. Am I the only one? Anywho, so Tracy sees a video clip that's going around social media where the girl who her basketball playing boyfriend cheated on her with from the reality show is basically trash talking her and saying, you know, she knew what she signed up for, like, you know, dating a rapper, dating a ball player of any kind, you're just gonna deal with infidelity, and basically saying that, you know, she's dumb and, you know, whatever. Just to pull over a bit, I'm really happy that they put this on the show because I find this to be really pervasive, a really pervasive belief in real life that women will honestly, or people will look at a woman like she's dumb or like her expectations are unrealistic or not right if she doesn't just expect or deal with infidelity, not even from celebrity men but from any man. It's just like there are so many people who have this mentality that all men cheat, men gonna cheat, and you may as well just, you know, deal with it. And it's like every woman don't want to deal with that. It's not worth it. It's not worth every woman's mental and emotional health to deal with an emotionally, financially abusive man just to get a bag and some shoes every now and again. Like, if you don't care about ruining your life for a man to buy you stuff, why don't you just ruin your credit instead? Just get a low interest credit card and buy yourself this shit. Like, it can't be worth it. It just can't. Even people who have no standards, they can only endure that kind of abuse for so long. So I know I'm getting a little bit serious, but this is just triggering for me, just seeing even fictionalized something that I know is really real, that people just expect for women, especially women who date men of a certain kind of status, that like, of course he's gonna cheat on you and you're dumb if you expect anything different. And no, people are allowed to have different standards, and your standard does not have to be mine and mine doesn't have to be yours. Anywho, so Layne is with Reggie, of course, and lying to Greg. Greg has a day off, really wants to spend it with her. Meanwhile, Layne got to do a walk of shame or a stride of pride, depending on how you feel. She can't find her drawers. Relatable content though. That part, not the, I just don't believe in cheating. I really love how Willie said that he was going to do yoga too, but I also just want to point out how white women really like to weaponize womanhood. White women really like to weaponize feminism to fit their agenda and their desires. And for her to, the yoga studio lady, to tell Layne, you know, this is a safe space for women and he's not making women feel safe. And it's just like, I bet he isn't. And it's like, I get her point, but I also feel like she's being manipulative just to, you know, get rid of this homeless man because aesthetically it's not working for you, but she can go to hell. Anyway, I also enjoy Liberty. Liberty, I want to know more about her. I want to know more about her story. Liberty be TTG, and I love it. Veronica has no respect for Vince. And like, speaking of standards, like, Vince, find you somebody who ain't ashamed of you and who won't talk to they other hoes in front of you. My God. So everyone has congregated at Layne's store because traffic in Atlanta is a hellscape. Traffic in Atlanta is where dreams go to die. So everybody just pulled over and came to Layne's store to hang out for the morning. Anyway, so Greg pops by because, again, he's trying to spend the day with her, and Layne kind of wiggles her way out of it because the girls are encouraging Tracy to take the producers up on the invitation to go to the reunion show for the reality show that she, you know, got off of, but she feels like she can control her narrative more by not going on the show. And they're like, you need to go and check this out for how she's talking about you on social media. And, you know, let's make a day of it. We'll get dolled up. We'll go to the reunion, whatever. Okay. So this then prompts the boys to have like a boys' day. And Greg, being a successful gynecologist, he has a really nice car, and Vince is really enchanted by Greg, right? Vince is trying to be an Instagram hoe. He's trying to capture the whole day. He's trying to flex and stuff that's not his. Meanwhile, it looks like Deon is having like a really serious issue that I'm guessing is some mom stuff. You know, he's at the check cashing place, and it's like a couple, I want to say $3,000 that he's, I don't know if he's doing like a MoneyGram or what's happening there. Deon, for me, has the most interesting storyline that we aren't seeing a whole lot about yet. I really want to know more about his storyline. Like, I feel much more invested in his character in a more serious way, because there's some mystery there. And I feel like that would explain the issues that he has with women and money, if he has like an issue where his mom is really dependent on him. So I'm really interested to get more in, you know, in his life, in his business. What's his tea? And the boys go and look for rings. The boys go and look at houses. And we really start to see, this is the first time for me that we really see how much this is a chosen family for Layne, right? That these guys really know and care for Layne, and it's becoming apparent that Greg doesn't actually know Layne very well. He doesn't know that Layne doesn't want to live on a, you know, in a second story or a two-story house because of an incident with a squirrel when she was a kid, and, you know, being called Squirrel Girl, and, you know, this whole little cute traumatic childhood story that he has no idea about, or like these former boyfriends, or, you know, there's so much that he's discovering that he does not actually know about her. And it looks like Deon is becoming, he looks to be more protective of Layne, and I'm kind of wondering, is that a big brother thing? Is that, you know, this is our chosen family, or is there actually something between, could there be something between Deon and Layne in a more real way? And then Greg is kind of prodding them for info, kind of wanting to know, you know, is there something that he should know, because things feel a little bit weird with Layne. And of course they're not gonna spill her tea, but it really does, this episode gave a lot more color to the dynamics of this friendship, as well as the dynamics between Greg and Layne, because it's not just that Greg is this cookie cutter, really bland kind of guy. It's that there isn't really a whole lot of substance to that relationship. When you, per this episode, it really kind of feels like this is a relationship of convenience for both of them. And why hasn't Layne shared these things with him? You know, when you're in a relationship with somebody, a part of the fun of the beginning of a relationship is getting to know the person and sharing these kinds of stories, you know, like as you spend more time with each other. And the fact that that this never seems to have come up, these kind of significant stories, says a lot about their relationship. So the girls are getting their makeup done, and Veronica is being really touchy, really shady. Obviously Veronica is under quite a bit of pressure professionally. You know, she bought this dilapidated, basically like apartment complex that she now has to figure something out with. She's in a competition in her mind with her old assistant, and I feel like she's just taking that out on the girls and kind of, you know, calling Layne out about not really knowing how to be a player, basically, and, you know, kind of trying to make Tracy feel like shit a little bit. So Tracy calls her out about having sex with Vince, which doesn't sit well with Layne. But it's kind of like, well, are you mad that she didn't tell you, or are you mad because you know she get around and you don't want to see your cousin hurt? Like, what really are you upset with there? Because these are two grown people, or are you just uncomfortable with it? Which is fair. I'm just curious. But they get to the show, and Tracy, you know, starts off, you know, perfectly normal, and then next thing you know, the girls are fighting, and Layne is Layne, you know, is late to getting her shoe off. So she runs on stage and they all, you know, do what folks do on reality TV reunion shows. And I've always wondered, if I had a friend who was on a reality show and I was in the audience and my friend started fighting, would I jump in the fight? I have a thing about fighting on camera. Like, you just don't know how it could go, and that footage will be there forever. I don't know, but that brings the girls back together. So they all meet up at the bar, and that's, you know, how the episode ends. All's well that ends well. I'm really excited for the next episode because, again, I want to know more about Deon. I want to know, you know, why he was at the check cashing place, and, you know, what's the tea there. I want to know why Layne and Greg's relationship is what it is. You know, is it just these two people shouldn't be together, or is there a reason why, you know, they aren't very vulnerable? Or, you know, Greg doesn't really, he just doesn't seem to have a lot of substance. Like, he's good on paper, but he is very boring. So, but I still don't believe he should be cheated on. Anywho, I really enjoyed this episode, as I do all the episodes. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe and share, and if you like what you saw here today, become a patron of mine on Patreon. The link is in the episode description, and I will see you guys again soon for the next 2 episodes. I gotta play catch up. Sorry, I missed you guys for about a week. I had some stuff, life was happening. So I'll see you guys soon. Bye.